More than 14 centuries ago, one of the most astonishing events in Arabian history took place. A powerful ruler marched toward the sacred city of Mecca with a huge army and mighty elephants, convinced that nothing could stand in his way. Yet before he could harm the Holy Kaaba, an extraordinary miracle occurred that left all of Arabia in awe forever. This unforgettable event became known as the Year of the Elephant, the very same year in which Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was born. Long before Islam spread across Arabia, the Holy Kaaba in Mecca was already honored by the Arab tribes. It had been built centuries earlier by Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, and his son, Prophet Ismail, peace be upon him, as a house devoted to the worship of the one true God. Even though many Arabs later turned to idol worship, they still respected the Kaaba deeply and traveled from faraway lands to visit it every year. In the southern land of Yemen ruled a proud king named Abraha. He dreamed of making Yemen the center of religion and trade in Arabia instead of Mecca. To achieve this goal, he constructed a magnificent church in Sana'a, decorated with beautiful ornaments and costly materials. Abraha hoped the people would abandon the Kaaba and begin visiting his grand church instead. However, no matter how impressive the building was, the hearts of the Arabs remained attached to the Kaaba. This filled Abraha with anger and jealousy. Determined to destroy the Kaaba once and for all, Abraha gathered a huge army equipped with weapons and giant elephants. The Arabs were unfamiliar with elephants, and the sight of these enormous animals terrified them. Leading the army was a massive elephant that marched at the front as they advanced toward Mecca. News of the approaching army spread rapidly across the desert, and many believed that no tribe could possibly defeat such a force. When Abraha's army arrived near Mecca, his soldiers captured many camels belonging to Abdul Muttalib, the respected leader of the Quraysh tribe and grandfather of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Abdul Muttalib went to meet Abraha and requested only the return of his camels. Abraha was shocked, expecting him to plead for the safety of the Kaaba instead. But Abdul Muttalib answered calmly and confidently, "I am the owner of the camels, and the Kaaba has a Lord who will protect it." His words showed complete trust in Allah. After returning to Mecca, Abdul Muttalib advised the people to leave the city and seek refuge in the nearby mountains. There they prayed sincerely and placed their faith in God, while Abraha prepared his attack. Then the moment of miracle arrived. As Abraha commanded the great elephant to move toward the Kaaba, the animal suddenly refused to go forward. The soldiers beat and pushed it, but it would not move in the direction of Mecca. Yet whenever they turned it away from the Kaaba, it walked normally without hesitation. The army became confused and frightened. Suddenly, the sky was filled with flocks of birds called Ababil. Each bird carried tiny stones of baked clay in its claws and beak. By the command of Allah, the birds flew above Abraha's army and dropped the stones upon the soldiers. The mighty army was destroyed completely, and fear spread everywhere. Abraha himself was badly struck and later died while returning to Yemen. This incredible event became forever known as the Year of the Elephant. It reminded people that no army, ruler, or worldly power can overcome the will of Allah. The Kaaba was not protected by soldiers or weapons, but by divine power alone. The Year of the Elephant also became a great sign before the birth of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who would later guide humanity back to the worship of the one true God.